Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. What does it take to be an editor? It is something that we've talked about on the show in the past, but it really is an incredible skill. And my next guest is just that, a wonderful editor. I'm joined by Liliana Hoton. Well, welcome to the show, Liliana. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
As I said, it is an incredible skill. I'd love to talk a little bit about your history and your background and how you got into the business in the first place.
I got into the business back in Romania when I was an editor for a small publishing house there, and once I came to Canada I continued it as a hobby.
Okay.
And I met Domnita Georgescu-Moldoveanu. I met her in 2003 and she was interested in translating her books here, so I did.
Can you walk me through that process? What is it like translating a book? What do what's sort of the skill set necessary?
It requires a lot of patience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
and search.
Right.
Because, for example, this book here, which she published in Romania in 6 editions, and I have a couple of them. This one and one more inside. Those
Okay.
are 5th and 6th edition in Romania. This book started as an entomology project, a school project actually for kids. She was a school teacher by that time, and she wanted to teach entomology to kids, and she wanted to make it more pleasant and make them feel they can be in the world of creepy crawlies, right? Without fear and with pleasure.
Oh my goodness, I wish I had this book for my niece when she was young. Like, she would come up to the cottage, and if a bug got near her, I mean, it was like the end of the world. You'd hear the screaming, and I would be wondering what the heck is going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
So is there a lot of, it looks like a lot of poetry within her style, is that right?
Yes, that's true. This is a story of a little cricket who lost its violin to the wind, to the bad wind of winter.
Right.
And left to search it. And all the creepy crawlies came to his help, and everything is in verse.
Okay.
That's what's amazing about it. She wrote such a beautiful story in verse.
The skill is not just writing, right? It's also the illustrations. Does she do her own illustrations, or is she?
No,
okay.
It's Victor Greshenko, who probably doesn't live anymore. I never met him.
Right.
Of course, he did it long ago, but the illustrations are beautiful indeed for kids.
Some great work.
And you will hear kids many times after you read the book to them, showing you on the street the creepy crawlies. Oh, that's from my book. Look there.
Nice.
It's
nice.
Beautiful indeed.
You brought some other books along with you here. Tell me about this one.
This is a storybook for children, speaking about goodness, beauty, amour, espérance. It's a French one, and it's the translation of the Romanian.
This is the translation right here.
Exactly. And it's going to be published at Agora Publishing probably soon. It's in the works.
Into English?
No, it's still in French.
Into French.
Still in French, but it's going to have a new edition at Agora Publishing.
Very nice.
And another book in the works is a book of short stories, posthume, like post-mortem short stories. She already has this published, 14 nouvelles, but she will also have published the nouvelle posthume. Her sister really wants to promote her books. She's still here in Ottawa.
Oh, nice.
And she promised to do whatever it takes her to promote all these books. Her name is Natalia Moldoveanu. She is the sister of Domnita Georgescu-Moldoveanu.
Okay. So do people come to you? Do you go searching for people? How do you choose what authors that you work with?
We just met as friends.
Really?
Yes, we met and it clicked, and there you go.
Yeah, for what reason? Like, how did that relationship blossom so quickly between the two of you?
She knew I was an editor, so she really wanted to publish this book here on this continent for American kids and Canadian kids, and she asked me into the project. So I said, yes, I like it. So I took it.
Have you written yourself? Are you a writer yourself?
I do write, and I've been published in some magazines, but no, I'm not very. I'm not promoting myself with
right,
that.
Yeah, I understand. Let's look at some other books.
Yeah.
Tell me about some of the others you brought along here with you.
Yes, Adio Rev is another book for teenagers.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful story about a family growing up, they're teenagers, and it's intertwined with a lot of history of that family.
Any familiar themes in this particular book?
Toujours l'amour.
Yeah.
And it has a bit of a policier thread in there. Okay.
Yeah.
A bit of mystery because a crime happens and, well, it's not really nice.
Right. We don't want to give it away either.
Absolutely.
We have time to talk about another one.
That's the second.
This is the second?
Yes, the second edition.
Okay.
But this one here is a more recent one. It was first published in France under this name, Cœur d'Or. Yeah. And here we published it under another title because the main protagonists of the book are some teenagers who are animated by beautiful ideals like love, beauty, hope. All they do is to see the world better.
Nice, nice.
Together.
As we all should, right?
Yes,
That's
we all
for sure.
should,
Where can these books be found now here in the Ottawa area?
Agora Publishing has them on their site, and they can be ordered there. But also they are in chapters. And Little Cricky has a website created by Agora Publishing. It's littlecricky.com. So.
Very nice. Very nice.
And it can be ordered there.
Well, Liliana, it's obviously a passion, right, to bring books that from another country, another language into the North American market, and you've done a wonderful job of that. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right. As she said, you can go to the Little Cricky website. This is just a wonderful book, and as she said, some fantastic themes throughout, and a great way to teach children about those little critters in nature. We'll be right back after this.